We voted! We did, and I went looking like this because I wanted to go when it was the right time for his naps, like he's about to go down for a nap, or a little late, but, and then I wanted to go when it wasn't as busy, but I'll tell you what, it wasn't busy inside, but there are tons of cars. They have lots of polling booths, so I usually am, I don't know if everybody is from the United States that's watching this, so, usually in the United States, when there's a really big turnout or a good turnout, it's in favor of the Republicans, and I'm not sure why, and that may not be in all states, but at least in Texas it is. So hopefully that's the case. I'm not all 100% Republican, but I'm definitely not a Democrat. Sorry guys if you are. But anyway, and they had a bunch of propositions, one in particular about education that was important to go vote on. So if you haven't voted, go vote. And obviously if you're watching this, then you missed the midterm elections. Wherever you live, there are elections. Look up and see where they are. And I will say, Google has this really cool function now. They just came out with it, where you go to type in the search Google polling booth or polling place, whatever. Probably think it's polling place. And it comes up with like a little search line, and you just type in your address and it tells you where your polling place is. Now it needs to be the address on your driver's license or ID or wherever you pay taxes at, so that, or technically wherever you're registered to vote. But and then when I went, they actually asked for my ID, which I was so pleased about. Not that I think everybody has to be, not that I think that you have to have, whatever, I do. I think everybody needs an ID, some form of ID, because you can, any citizen can go get an ID, and it's not cost prohibitive, it's cheap. So, I mean, you can figure it out. If it's important for you to vote, you can find the money to go to the DMV and get a driver's license. You don't even need a driver's license, they have just plain old ID. So I don't think that it's discriminatory to ask someone to present identification about who they are. It would be discriminatory to only card people that you don't want voting in your polling place. You know, like if you're a Republican, if you wanted to like scope people out and see if you could tell who the Democrats were by looking at them. Whatever that profiling looks like to you. But anyway, I think that would be inappropriate. But I think it's okay to ask for ID to prove your citizenship. I think we should all be proud of our citizenship, and we shouldn't be scared to prove that we are citizens, because there's nothing that discriminates people from getting an ID. You can get an ID. I don't understand this whole thing about it's discriminatory to get an ID. It's silly. It's silly, people. Anyway, they were super nice. Declan was not really in the mood to go vote. Apparently, he either disagreed with who I was voting for, or he's tired, I think. So we're gonna go home and take a nap. He was fuzzy at breakfast. He didn't eat much breakfast, so he threw most of it on the floor. In fact, I just moved it off his tray because clearly he just wasn't in the mood. He ate some yogurt and some milk, and I'm sure he's gonna be hungry at lunch. We'll see. He just woke up from his nap. Yeah, good the wee boy. But he woke up kind of late. He's had some really long naps lately. I've heard things like once they finish with a growth spurt, then they like sleep lots and eat lots. Well, he hasn't been eating a lot, but he's sleeping a lot. I don't know what to say. Jesse should be home any second now. It's so weird with the time change. It's so dark outside. And I turned off all the lights when he went down for his nap. And the house was like so dark when he got up. Anyway.